Hey guys, Keaton here from TechSmart, and today we just saw a kind of first look at what we'll be seeing on the brand new Nexus 5. Now, earlier this week we saw a few product manuals stating what kind of specifications we'll be seeing on the United States version of the Nexus 5, and that's great and all, but it's kind of good to see what the Nexus 5 looks like in hardware, because after all, that's what you're going to be seeing every day on that phone, besides the gorgeous display. So we saw a few minor tweaks in there, and the video mainly went over some software things that we've seen in the past, but there are a few minor tweaks, and definitely the hardware looks completely different than what we saw with the Nexus 4. So without further ado, here's what you'll expect on launch date, which is alleged to be this week in terms of hardware, software, and what you'll be seeing on the Nexus 5. So in terms of specifications, as I know a lot of spec heads out there are going to want to know what this new Nexus 5 features. It'll feature a 2.3 GHz quad-core Snapdragon 800 processor, and that's an absolute beast and definitely one of the flagship processors to this day. It'll feature 2 GB of RAM, a 5-inch to 4.97-inch if you really want to get nitty-gritty in terms of a display. It'll feature a resolution of 1776 by 1080, so that's definitely a high quality display, definitely a 1080p display in that matter, and it'll be featuring a pixels per inch of 442, similar to what we saw with the LG G2, one of LG's current flagships. Now in terms of battery life here, this is what I felt the Nexus 4 really lacked, and this is where it starts to get a little funky here. We might be seeing two models with two different battery lives on it. So the 16GB model is alleged to feature a 2300 milliamp hour battery, so definitely a lot better than the iPhone if you want to compare it directly to that, but not as where I'd want it to be in terms of big phones such as the Note 3. But the 32GB model was alleged to feature a 3000 milliamp hour battery, and I personally think they should just stuck with that and put them in all of the phones, as a 3000 milliamp hour battery is just gorgeous and really be able to keep your phone alive for more than just a day. So we'll be seeing Android 4.4 KitKat, but in the video I'm about to show you, or just some clips of it, it shows key lime pie, so they definitely made a change at the end to go ahead and brand it and pair it up with the food group KitKat, or the candy KitKat, which is one of my favorite candies of all time, to go ahead and market it a little bit more. So in terms of cameras here, this is one of the big negating aspects I thought the Nexus 4 really had. On the back, we'll be seeing an 8 megapixel rear-facing camera, and hopefully there's some improved image stabilization, as I thought the Nexus 4 really was not good in terms of the camera, and I actually would carry around an iPhone or a digital camera just to take pictures, as I didn't think the Nexus 4 could really do it justice. And then on the front, we'll be seeing a decent 1.2 megapixel front-facing camera. If you want to take some selfies, or if you want to go ahead and hang out with friends or do Skype, you can go ahead and do that. So now in terms of hardware here, it's a lot different than what we saw on the Nexus 4. We're going to be seeing this new plastic soft touch design, and this could be to save money, and they might tack down the price a little bit, as they're putting some flagship specifications in here, and you can't have a gorgeous all glass display like we saw with the Nexus 4. And I gotta tell you, that display looked absolutely boss, but I think with them going and using plastic, it's going to be a little bit more durable, because if you drop plastic, the only thing you really are jeopardizing is the screen, as the back will be a-okay as it's just plastic. It'll be a little bit more of a soft touch. I think it looks great. I think the camera is definitely outlined with some metal, so it really kind of brings the prominence to the camera, and I just think the Nexus 5 looks great in terms of hardware. And then on the front, we're going to see that gorgeous 5 to 4.97 inch display. So some of the key features that we'll be seeing with the brand new Nexus 5 on launch date, and this is just what we've seen from the leaked video and pictures, is the Google Hangouts, or just Hangouts as it's notoriously known, that's going to be the standard messaging app. And I think that's absolutely great, as I love just having one application for everything. And I think Google's doing a great job integrating their services into their phones, and that's what they should do. By all means, they need to go ahead and do that. And Hangouts, the application that I currently have on my iPhone, as it's supported on multiple platforms, it's great. I'm able to go ahead and talk to my friends on Google Plus and other platforms, and be able to use Google Hangouts, a popular service I enjoy, on that application. And I think by them using that for the standard text messaging service and being able to use it for the Google Plus functionality, I just think it's a match made in heaven, and I'm very happy to see that as the standard messaging application on the Nexus 5. So some of my thoughts here, I think this phone is definitely going to be a daily driver of mine. If they go ahead and release two different models with two different battery lives, I obviously am going to get the top end one, as Android 4.4 or KitKat takes up around 4 gigabytes of storage on there. So I'd love to have 28 gigabytes of free storage to input movies, pictures, Instagram shots, as I love taking pictures of food, or really just being able to pack it with tons of media versus being hindered down to just 12 gigabytes, and that doesn't include your applications you're going to want to go ahead and download. So I think that's definitely a better way for Google to go ahead and market it, and it's alleged to feature or cost about half of what the iPhone 5S costs unlocked. So I hope they go ahead and use the unlocked route that they did before, as that unlocked route was just the best, and I know it really was successful on other carriers besides T-Mobile, as the Nexus 4 was featured on T-Mobile if you want to check it out in the United States on a 2-year contract. So if they go ahead and use the unlocked route, in which I believe they'll be using, I think this phone is going to sell like hotcakes, and it's not going to have a problem with competing with other phones, mainly because this phone is featuring booming specifications. I mean, a Snapdragon 800 processor, it's great. It's definitely right up there with the G2 and a few other phones out there. Keep in mind, it's not perfect in terms of the camera or in other specifications, as Google needs to make sure that this phone can be unlocked, it can be affordable for many, and still give you the Google experience that you're going to want on a phone. And they've done a phenomenal job with marketing it with the Nexus 7 and the Nexus 4, and those are two tablets and phones that I really enjoyed using, and I'm definitely pumped for the Nexus 5. So just to conclude this video here, I think the Nexus 5 is going to have no problem trying to beat previous records and selling itself. As long as it comes to United States carrier, features some of the specifications that we kind of talked about here, this phone is just going to kill it. I'm super excited for this phone, and I think Google has a great formula. Sell a product that doesn't give you the most profit, but allows your users to have great services and give them the nice stock Android experience that I'm a complete sucker for, as I'm not big into themes, and that's why I love CyanogenMod and a bunch of other sites that allow you to go and alter the skin that these manufacturers give you, and just give you the pure, unadulterated Android that you all love. So what do you guys think of the brand new Nexus 5? Do you like the hardware? Do you like all the features that it really has? Or is pricing everything for you? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, let me know in the comment section down below if you're not a Google person, you just hate Google, you like Apple or Windows phones, or you just like subpar specificated phones, because that's okay, and I'm one of those people. I just said it. Also, go ahead and like this video if you guys enjoyed videos like this, and you guys want to see more like this, and go ahead and subscribe, as it's free, and who doesn't like free things, and it lets you know when I produce a brand new video. Thank you guys once again. I'm super excited for the Nexus 5, and definitely stay around to the channel, and I'll be producing tons of content as soon as the phone is released, hopefully on October 15th. Thank you guys once again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.